Anybody else watching anything before we leave? Anything? No? Everybody
I
good?
think we have some questions for Marie.
I don't want to be the only
No. So
one that
time out. Time out.
participates in this
Before we
discussion.
continue this happened during the break, and Marie said she will not be participating in
Oh,
said
okay. I'm
discussion
sorry. I'm sorry.
because no, because she does not want to be basically the only one being picked on about these questions
I'm
when
not
nobody else is
It's not picking
participating.
on. It is scientific,
Yes. I can
and I'm
I do the
genuinely
questions?
curious.
I guess my
Because
question for Marie is
We can edit this. Fine, we'll edit this, but don't.
Marie,
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get the foil, the rapier.
did you actually enact on what you said you were going to do for the show?
What are you talking about? Lafayette wasn't here, so let's clear this up. Lafayette's
Yeah.
retarded.
No,
We got
you
some
told
questions
me.
for you,
You told me.
Lafayette.
So
We got questions for you.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's true. But so while Lafayette was gone
Sorry.
on the with the show, Lafayette was gone. After the show, Marie let us in that she taught herself how to ejaculate.
I am an
Right?
educated
You
woman.
told me this, yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So I was like, why are you telling us now? We're no longer recording the show. Why are you waiting? And then the following week she didn't show up, but she's back now.
I
So
have
if
dress
she's willing to
rehearsals.
let us know some information, fill us
I,
in,
I
Marie.
I'm gonna take the lead. I'm gonna axe the men out of this situation. I'm gonna be the interviewer. You're gonna be the interviewee. So, Marie, tell me about this. First of all, why? Why did you feel the desire to learn how to do this?
Okay.
Behind.
Behind. That's how I think. No. Okay, so I initially thought that like I knew everything when it comes to having sex. I was like, oh, I'm a rock star in this. I'm a porn star, right? And then
I've done it. I know what happens.
and then you find the clit and you're like, holy shit, I don't know anything about sex.
Wait. I'm sorry. Find the clit?
Yes, I did not know what that was.
When?
And I discovered
How
it.
old?
This is about almost 10 years ago. I was 29. Is that sad? That's fucking sad, isn't it?
Wow, that is sad.
That's our media coverage for you. Like we always think about what the men are doing, but I was not taught, and I accidentally discovered it, right? And so I was like, damn, I really want to learn everything that there is to know about this because what else am I missing? Right? So I went on a journey to figure out more stuff. And then I knew what squirting was, but I didn't know what squirting was, right? But then the better that things felt and the more that I tried, I was like, oh, maybe this will be the ultimate thing. Because I keep hearing it from men. Oh, squirting's not that great. Oh, it's overrated. It's not like coming, it's like this. But I kept hearing it from men. I never heard it from a woman. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. And so it took me, let's say like 7 or 8 years to fucking do it. And I did it. And it is not the same as cum, but it can feel good when you're doing it together. But sometimes you can squirt without coming and it is just kind of like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean?
So was it something that you had purposely like, I'm trying to do this specific thing? Okay.
Yes.
Because
for a very long time.
You wanted to know how it felt, right? You wanted to
I want the ultimate experience in coming.
Okay. And so it's something that you have to intentionally do. It doesn't happen naturally to you the way like a quote run of the
I don't think so.
Orgasm.
I don't like it's like before I couldn't do it for years, right? And I tried and finally now that I know how to do it, I can do it. But it is something I have to make myself do. Yes.
You have to try at it. Okay.
Yes.
And so how long has this
every once in a while? No, that's a lie. Okay, every once in a while I do it unintentionally.
Unintentional. Okay, so it happens unintentionally now.
Every once in a while.
Okay. All right. And how long have you had this ability?
About 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
And it's a superpower.
So is
great responsibility? What's a great power comes great responsibility? Which one is it?
Exactly. Here's in my eyes the most important question. Axe partners. I'm not talking about with another dude. When you are by yourself, do you choose this?
Yes.
You do.
That's the only time I've actually ever done it was with myself. Except for up until recently, I was actually with a guy.
Well, yeah, now you
but
got
then
like a
I
party
was-
trick. Like, you
But
know.
like not every guy knows what they're doing. Like this guy came equipped, right? And he was like good at it, and he had like a good sized penis, and like but again, it wasn't like he tried with his fingers in his mouth, but I couldn't do it. But like after a certain amount of time drinking, I was able to do it. Drinking and drugs really help.
Yeah, I mean, generally with females, and as you get older, I feel like your brain just has more on your mind. Anything that can help you relax does a lot for
Takes
it.
the edge off.
Yeah. So, okay, that was my next question of like, how does it come to be? Because let me tell you my understanding of it is G-spot stimulation. So like maybe like an inch.
It's both.
And then, like upward pressure, like on that spot there. And that's what does it.
Yeah. So okay, this is a little bit specific. I have two different dildos, and they both curve up. One of them curves up more than the other one. And that's the one that I know that if that's what I'm aiming for, then that's what I'm going to get. But I have
tulip style ones. I think it's what they're called when they're like kind of more.
You guys want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have applause for Marie because I would love to tell these kinds of stories, but I lack the freedom.
Good stuff
and
right here.
Bravery to do this.
You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. Ta-da.
No, that's a nice one. That's a good size.
Am I surprised by the size or the color?
What am I surprised about? The color? No, not particularly. Does it vibrate or is it just a? Oh, good.
I can't hear it.
I don't need to hear it. I know what a vibrator sounds like.
Oh, you want to see okay, so I brought my favorites.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's one of my favorites.
The wand.
Oh, okay. That's a classic. That's more clitoral, right?
And then here's my other favorite.
Yeah, that one's just a regular one. That one doesn't vibrate.
This is regular to you?
Is that?
It doesn't vibrate,
look at
right?
that Smurf.
Yeah,
look at that guy.
fuck that. I'm not interested in
this
that.
This is Blue Monster.
Yeah. So
it's got sparkles all over it now.
Sparkles?
Yeah, there's like because I put it on the table and there's like a thing of sparkles right here, so now there's sparkles all over it.
Definitely clean it. You don't want that up there. You don't block it a urethra or nothing.
Damn, that sounds. Anyway, so those are my favorites, and those are the things I always use and have been using. I also have a wand that plugs in the Hitachi.
Ooh,
but like now that I have this one, I'm like, I don't need that one. This one's so much softer, and that one hurts.
The Hitachi, I've never used it. I've seen it, and I'm just like, that literally plugs into the wall. I don't that is gonna wreck you, like literally.
Well, when you're on enough cocaine, you can't really feel anything. So.
That's a very interesting perspective that I had never considered before. It does make
I used to do drugs.
Yeah.
Well, we're aware. I'm aware.
Yeah, I used to do drugs.
Okay, so for the party trick, the squirting, do you find
my own party trick
and vaginal stimulation in conjunction? Just one, just the other?
What's the question?
Clitoral and vaginal stimulation, or both?
I absolutely have to have clitoral stimulation in order to have vaginal. I can't do it on its own, but I can have clitoral without vaginal.
Yep. No, that tracks. I feel you. But in order to produce the desired effect, can it be just clitoral, or does it have to be both?
I think maybe once or twice did I do it without the clit. Once or twice. I mean, I'm not sitting here counting every single time, but like, I think and I'm talking about strictly being sober. Yeah, I don't think I can do it without the clit.
Okay.
But I can't do it without the vagina too. I have to have both.
Okay.
I'm being very specific. This conversation went from like wrestling to like
specific questions. I'm
wrestling
curious.
Yourself. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
I'll share if that makes you feel any better, Maria. I can kind of be like on this like level. I have had a G-spot orgasm one time in my life, completely accidental. And I had tried to replicate it for a while, and
When
it
you
just
say
never
G
happened.
spot, when you say G spot, did you squirt or was it just like a really good like nut?
Honestly, Marie, I was like 16. Like this was so long ago. Genuinely, I think so. I think so that it was that. And I tried to replicate it and I could never do it again. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking chasing the dragon. Like I'm just gonna stick with what I know works and go from there.
Why not?
Because it's exhausting and my brain
Don't go with your husband.
no, I tried by myself. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just exhausting and it's just like not happening. Like you said, hard time turning off your brain. So I'm just gonna go with what works.
Yeah, it took like 4 or 5 years of like very actively trying.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time.
Mm.
And so how would you say that the reaction from partners has been? Like, have you warned them?
I've only done it that one time with that one guy, and he was kind
Did
of, I
he
think,
know that like that's what you were going
yeah,
for?
well, because you have, in order for it to happen, you have to take everything out, because otherwise it's just gonna like cream all over the dick, right? Or like whatever's in there. If you take out whatever's the plug that's in there, then it can come out, then it can squirt. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit there.
Okay.
And it'll leak out later.
Okay.
Kind of like cum does.
Well, okay, so my understanding of G-spot orgasms and squirting is that it does but this is the thing I've looked on about science for this.
Me too.
It is hard to find.
Yes, I know.
Because they
Okay.
do not study women's bodies.
Okay, there is one government study about this conducted by one man, and he studied like 5 women. And then he only did one thing. He wasn't looking for how it's made. He just wanted to see if this one particular thing was the thing. And so he gave women an ultrasound to look in their bladder, see if it was full. It was empty. And then they squirted. I don't know how they tested that. And then afterwards, they were still empty. And so he's like, yep, it's pee. Yep, it's pee. How do you get that? I don't know.
I mean, have you? That's what I. There are no scientific articles because I have looked at this of like, what is it made out of? Have they put it in a spectrometer to see? And the answer is no, they have not. So like, nobody can say if it's urine. Like my simple question is, where does it come from? Does it come from the urethra or does it come from the glands around the vagina that like, lubricate?
The gland. Okay, so look, this is I have these 2 books. So this one's called The Cunning Linguist. I had to cover up the side, and the other one was like Women's Anatomy of Pleasure or something like that. And they were serious books written by women, right? And this one's written by a midwife, and she was saying it's kind of like, yeah, the gland, it's the urethral gland that produces it. The liquid. They don't really necessarily know what it is, but it's not pee, even though it comes from the urethral gland. It doesn't come from the bladder. You don't have to drink water in order for it to happen.
It's just like cum. Cum comes out of the urethral. That does not mean that it is urine.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had this argument, or I used to have this argument with, I don't know if you guys remember Officer Daryl. He's like, it's pee. I was like, I feel sad for anyone's wife who, like, they do not go down on them. I find it very misogynistic, honestly. If you don't go down on your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, it's very misogynist. I think it's a respect issue, honestly. But if you're not doing it to them and they're not doing it to you, I guess that's respectful.
That's my whole thing. Is like if you're not doing it and they're not doing it, then you guys are on the same page. But if you demand one and refuse to do the other, it's a whole nother ballgame. And that goes both ways.
Alpha males.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys do? Can I get personal with you guys?
The men have been quiet enough. I feel like they've been respectful of our discussion. What questions do you guys have?
Oh, I filtered them through you in the chat, so I'm good.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You fed me a few questions
there are no questions.
that were good questions that you answered.
You basically.
How come you didn't feed them to me too?
I did.
Oh, because
I
Laura
didn't
asked
say
you.
that they were from Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh no, because we had it to where Laura was
You
hosting the
only on
segment.
Yeah, Laura was hosting the segment.
Special
You guys-
occasions,
you guys
and how
tricked
long
me.
Have you been able to do it? No,
This
No.
writer
I have
writes
a
in.
question then. I have a question.
Mm.
So cleanup. What's going on with the cleanup?
Yeah.
I have a friend who does squirt, and she would
She does.
like
Oh, I thought she did cleanup. Like that's what she does.
no,
Like she's a business
completely
where she
Wanna give
cleans
her a
unintentionally.
up.
call?
This
She can come
happens
over.
every single time.
She's like clean pros.
She lays
Plastic?
down plastic bags.
Yeah, remember Johnny was like, that shit is messy. Yes. Yes, it very
yeah?
but you know what it's kind of an interesting feel because it feels like it's wetter than water, which is nice. It really is slipperier, it's more
makes sense.
slipperier than water,
Slippery,
but
yeah.
it is I did buy a sheet for it, a waterproof
Oh,
sheet,
you did
and
mention that. Yes.
then someone the fucking people, the homeless person came and took a shit on the fucking back porch and stole my package. So I never got one.
You can get like
Oh.
because I this is weird, but I use them for my children who are potty training. It's not a full sheet; it's like a puppy pad, but it's like a but you can wash it. It's not disposable.
Yeah, I
Put that
thought about it,
down.
but I'm just lazy at this point. Like I tried it, I tried to get something, and I'd rather just sleep on the other side of the bed, or just not go on the couch the next day.
Don't sit on
What did you
Marie's
say? Or
couch.
sit on the
That's
couch?
all I've heard is like
If you
if
ever
you're
invite
going
me over,
to
I'm not
Marie's
sitting on your
house,
couch. I'm gonna
don't
sit on the floor.
I washed the sheet. I washed the sheet that's on there, and the sheet's not on there because of anything besides I told you guys I sweat
The
a lot,
cat.
and then the boy said, "Ew, that's gross." I was like, "Bitch, that I sweat so much."
Yeah.
Especially on a day like this. It's so fucking hot. Like I can't.
I'm at 103 today, I believe.
Whoa.
Girl. Yeah, it is hot as
Oh.
fuck. But anyway, yeah, it is very messy. It's very slippery. I will try to do it on the floor, but then I have to be careful because I don't want to slip and fall.
Why don't you just put down some plastic?
What if
Because
you died that way?
That would be so embarrassing. It's like when guys get when they accidentally kill themselves with asphyxiation and someone finds them like, oh, she slipped in her own nut. That would be a good way.
Don't
Very
call it
embarrassing. I just hope my
nut.
parents.
Don't call it nut. That's just
It wouldn't be
awful. I don't
embarrassing,
like
though,
it.
because
I
you-
just
you-
What do we call it then?
I don't
would've
know.
known.
Not that. You don't have a nut. It's not nut.
Oh,
And
okay, it's
even
Fiji
calling it
water.
Nut, it's
It's
gross.
water. I just like saying
Perrier. Perrier.
Baby oil. This is
Perrier.
baby oil.
There we go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Fuji. Fucking
Fuji.
Dasani.
I like that.
Smart
That
water.
sounds
Yeah.
mythical.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's the thing. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's sexy or do you guys think it's ew, gross?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Unlike Johnny and Lafayette, when I'm in the throes of passion, kind of anything goes. So you don't
Way
really
to
think
be.
about it. It's kind of mindless unless you're, oh, I'm making love. Fuck yourself. You're just
Who
having a
does
good
that?
time. You're just having a good time, and anything goes. And you don't. If it's something happens, and we're like, "Well, that was
If we
weird,"
get
you
pregnant,
just, you
then
just
whatever.
don't talk about it. You
Yeah.
it's just something that happened, and you just
Yeah.
move on.
I
So
agree.
if something like that would happen, that's never happened to me. No one's ever squirted on me. But if that ever happened, I'd be like, yeah, well,
Do you
that-
know how
that
to do it,
happened,
Carlos?
And that'd be the end of it, huh?
Do you know how to do it?
Do I know how to? I know how to
Like,
ejaculate.
No, I mean, do
I
you
don't
know
understand the
how to do it
question.
to a girl? Do you know how to
What's
make
that?
a girl squirt?
No, I don't.
I
no.
don't, and I'm a girl.
They
I
don't.
mean,
tell.
I know that it's like upward, like the G spot is upward. That's all I know, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna happen.
You got to get the clit and the G spot at the same time. That's the thing.
What,
And
I look
like,
like a fucking octopus to you?
yes, like when you like. That's how you do it. But you can't see. You
I-
can't lick the clit. You got to suck on it.
The thing is,
Everyone
you
is different.
that's
Everyone
my
is different.
favorite
You can't give
thing to do.
blanket advice. Like
you
that.
literally just demonstrated on YouTube, so people now know. Yeah. There you go. There it is. There it is.
But
You
you're
look
licking,
like
you're not
educational
sucking.
show.
You're licking.
I saw
not even that. She actually looks like she might have like a little mental disability, and she's trying to throw up gang signs. I'm just.
You're just being a hater, bro. You'll never feel like this.
I do on Sundays watching football. Anyway,
No,
gets me
shut up.
excited.
Okay, so look, I saw this porn one time, and this guy, his
Just one
hand was like a
time? There's a
blur.
lot of 'em.
It was like, it wasn't really going on. She was just squirting. I was like, damn, I can't even see his hand. It's so going so fucking fast. Who has energy for that? Just get
Barry
the
Allen.
vibrator.
You can't sustain that for a good amount of time. It's like 20, 30 seconds you can do that.
He was doing it for a while.
Really?
Yes. And I
Some
was like,
small muscles going on there.
Nah, he probably just played a lot
Like
of
bar
Nintendo growing up.
exercises.
And he
Trains
could
for
do that
that.
a lot.
Oh,
with,
Nintendo track and field.
On track and
Yeah,
field. Yeah, he practiced on track and field. Yeah. So
Yeah.
guys, people will get that reference. Yeah.
If they're old enough.
If they're old enough.
what do
yeah.
you think, Lafayette? Do you think it's cooties? Or are you like, well, hopefully one day?
It's just one of those, like, if it happens, okay. I mean, that's
Oh
it.
God.
But
Don't
you're not-
take Carlos's
you're not-
answer.
Stole my
well,
answer.
you're not trying to achieve it. You're not going, okay, this is it.
You're
I'm
a
gonna do it
politician.
today.
I don't know.
I think
was.
I think in my experience, and this is the thing about sex,
And
right?
the
This
reason,
is
well,
always
but the
different.
main Carlos has a point. The politician point. I mean, I probably haven't done it yet because there's too many illegals. That's also that's everything's blamed on the illegals.
What?
Don't change the subject. Anyway. What were
I
you
was
gonna say,
just
Laura?
say don't come to. I think that any person who comes to a sexual experience and says, I'm gonna make my partner blank today, I think it's setting yourself up for expectations, because it ain't always about
Setting
you.
yourself up for disappointment.
I think it is. I think it's
I
always
don't.
about me.
I don't think it's about you, because I mean, just as a person who has a lot on their minds, like everyone, somebody could be doing every amazing thing right, and it doesn't necessarily mean that.
No, there's a difference between those two things. There's two, like, if I'm not in the mood, then I'm just not in the mood. There's a difference, right? But like, if I'm going to have sex, I want all the focus to be on me, because I guarantee if I'm having a good time, he's gonna have a good time. I don't need to worry about that. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting there too focused on him, then I'm not gonna have a good time, and guarantee he's not gonna have a good time. If I just let myself go and let myself get things, I mean, this is me though. I want to get, I want to get fucked. I want to get dominated. That's my thing. I want that shit. I want to be the center of attention. I always think, like, if I have a threesome, it doesn't matter. I have to be the center of attention. It doesn't matter if it's two dudes or a guy and a girl. I have to be the center of attention, because I'm just an insecure person. So I guess it really is up to everyone. But like, yeah, it has to be about me at all times.
Maybe
But that's me. That's my
not a
thing.
good idea
That's
if you're
the thing that I'm
insecure.
saying, is that it could be all about a person, and still you can't let go enough to make it happen. I got a busy
That's what
brain.
GBD or GP. Too many music lines. GHB is for.
I've
Just
never
kidding.
done that before.
GHB, the date rape
I've
drug.
never done the date.
Oh,
Neither do I.
Rohypnol?
But I used to drink a lot, and so
Even
and I
though-
hate to say that, like, because it's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. I had problems, right? And so there have been times, definitely drinking, like, I don't want to get sloppy, but I also don't want to get taken advantage of, but drinking does help loosen that. Like, even just one drink, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
So, Marie, quick question. Did you have better sex when you were sober or
No.
when you were high
Yes.
and drunk?
Yes.
Mm.
Well, anything, whether it was just high, whether I was drinking, whether I was on Molly, whether I was on Coke or whatever, being
We can
sober,
just
I'm
say
like
drugs.
really stiff.
We don't have to throw them all out there. We don't need to
Because I would do them
a hit
individually,
list.
though. I would do
Okay.
them separately. But like, in terms of that, I think being high, like smoking weed, is probably the best.
Hmm.
I don't know though. Maybe I don't know. That was very helpful,
Well, for
right?
you, sure. Right? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, every person is different. Question
Yeah.
of how your brain works. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of hard and fast rules. Like, this is the secret to great sex, because
Oh
think
no,
that
I'm not. I
let
wish
these
that I didn't have
people-
to be. I did wish that I could just have sex sober. I wish I could every once in a while I can, but like a lot of the times I have to be inebriated in some kind of way. Like, I think that's why I like doing it by myself though, because I'm not like, I feel less worried about the way that I look. Is, oh my
Bingo.
god, there's a
Yep.
scar. Oh my god, my boobs are flapping and la la la
Yep.
la. So and then I can get it done in a few minutes, and
Mhm.
like most men don't come equipped. That is the thing that I worry about the most. Like, do I have to teach this guy something? Is he gonna be bothered if I tell him what to do? Like, what the fuck, And so it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just better by myself.
All right. Good stuff.
Wait,
There
I
we
have
go.
more questions for you guys though.
Okay.
Let me think. I just need to get you guys more involved, so it's not. So I don't know. Let me think. If it just happened, then it would happen. And would you you'd wanted to do it again, or if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. You already answered that. I'm trying to be creative here. It's not working.
Okay.
So
There you
you're
go.
asking that if it happened, would I look forward to it happening again?
Yes. Is there something that would happen that like accidentally happened, or like I don't know? You're married, so I don't know how entertaining or how creative you guys are getting.
Well, they're having another kid.
Well, the last
so
9
be
months,
creative.
I'm
That's
gonna
not-
say
that's not
very
anything, that's-
creative. Not very creative at all.
I mean, create another human. I mean,
does marriage? Okay, how about this, Lafayette? Does marriage
pretty
change
creative.
sex? Does it change sex?
Yes.
Yes.
This question's for Lafayette. Did you get a blowjob in Hawaii?
Shut up.
It
No,
well, it doesn't
it's the
matter.
same. It's just
It's-
long-term
it's-
relationships.
It's
Yeah.
exactly. It's just
Yeah.
it just turns exactly. So
No,
Marie, if
I
you
need
don't,
details.
if you want less, less or more straightforward, then you get into a relationship. That's it. That's what it is. It's straightforward. If you want, like, it's like Laura said, if you don't want to go down on the other person, it's almost like a handshake deal. All right, you don't do you not me, I not you. Shake on it, and then you're like, all right, let's just get down to business.
It's a
and
formula,
then-
right?
And then I
what's the
bring a
point? If
bottle
you're
of
not
Dasani
And
and I
then
hide
the
it
D.
underneath her, and then I squeeze it, and I'm like, "Oh, look what you're doing!" And she's like,
In
"What
which
is
hole?
that?"
In which hole? Wait, hold
You're
on, hold
gonna
on.
trick her into thinking that she's squirting. I love it.
This is a real question. What is the point of having sex if you guys aren't? Well, I guess you didn't say that you weren't having fun. It just doesn't seem like that fun to me. But like, what if you're not getting pregnant? Then what's the point of having sex?
Because people like to be touched. You love,
But you could just hug. I kiss my cats all the time. I kiss them and I cuddle them.
Not it. From my experience, it's not. It's not heart pumping and like, oh my gosh, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Stomach flutters, but it's
that's
just-
over.
My stomach is fluttering
It's
for different
over.
reasons.
Yeah, it's just it's over. It's something different. Humans have a biological need to have sex, so you have sex
And
with
men-
the person that you're with.
Men are 95% more likely to actually, finish on their end. So for them, it's like, that was good. All right, you know what? What's on
it's
Netflix?
satisfaction no matter what.
Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
Laura, do you think that that's bullshit though? Do you think that the way that media and government has treated our vaginas is
Wait, media and government? What?
Yeah,
the hell
'cause
are
they
you
show
talking
how
about?
they
Let's just roll. Let's go. for
Okay,
it.
so do you think that that's fucked up the way that they don't teach us about our body so that I accidentally have to discover it when I'm 29 years old? When did you
Wait a
discover it? When
second.
did you
Time
know?
out. Time out. When?
I
How
don't
is
think
it
it's
the
the
media-
government's
No.
role to tell
How
me
is it?
about my
Yeah, how's it the
clitoris.
media?
No, I'm just
Exactly.
gonna
How's
say
the
that.
media? and the
Nor
Because
government
they always show it. They
control?
always show it like the guy and the girl are just having a quickie, like, oh my god, it's so intense. And then she's like, yeah, that's so hot. But like, damn well she's not really getting anything. Like
No,
they don't
totally.
show
So is
a
it-
lot of men going down on women. They
So is it
do not show
media
that.
or
It's always quick.
porn?
Are you talking about movies?
Both.
Like media,
Yes,
like TV?
both
Movies.
TV, movies. Think about like any romantic comedy that you have ever seen.
because
Does
the
the guy ever go
idea-
down on the girl?
You're supposed to. Well, there is some.
And the
yes, but
government, they don't have studies on
first of all, it's not the
squirting.
government. Number one. Number two, forget the
Health-
government. Who
health-
cares?
No,
Who cares?
I mean,
Number two is
female
like
health is not well studied. I agree with that. But as to like, I don't feel like it's anybody's responsibility to tell me how to pleasure my body other than myself. I don't
Well,
know.
apparently the
where-
Hallmark
Right, but they
Channel's
do it
supposed
for but they do it for men. They show men coming all the time, and then
Well,
they pretend and they
show
pretend women
men
pretend.
humping things. They show men
Things
humping
because
things. So,
let's
apple
be honest.
pies, women,
Men-
like whatever.
Men-
it's
well, and men really only do one thing. So
yeah, exactly. They
it's
hump
not- like,
things.
there's
It's very
no trick to it.
straightforward. There
That's
really
right.
isn't. Yeah.
You
Well,
put the
it's
thing
honestly,
into
I'm
the thing, and
surprised
another
that
thing
they
comes
told me
out.
till you're
That's
But
it.
wait a
29
second, you can
knew that
put the
there
one
was
thing in the
blood.
other thing, and then the thing can come out. Like you could put the finger in the butt, and then you can massage the prostate, and then the cum can come out. Why do you think gay men and straight men alike like that so much? Because I mean, I'm not a man, I can't tell you, but like I'm telling you, I think that
You're
prostate
not a man.
massage is
You just answered the
probably
question.
okay. Someone needs to try it out for me then. What are you two?
It's like you lost the argument. Anyway, so the government has nothing to do with you not discovering yourself.
Wait,
Okay.
no, but what about like sex ed in classrooms or
They
just?
don't teach men how to masturbate.
But sex ed, okay,
But
sex
they know
ed
that
is
that's
meant,
where the comes out.
but
Just
but
whatever.
but the point of sex ed is primarily to tell you about
how
like
babies are made.
babies and
Not
how
how
your
to
body
enjoy
works, not how
yourself,
to
yeah.
pleasure yourself. It's
Yeah.
just
But okay, what about
what
that
are
one?
ovaries and so on and so forth.
I mean, they don't
That's
really do
what
a good
sex
job of that
ed
either.
is.
But like, what about the
You didn't
national?
pay
Okay, the
attention.
National
You were
Health
on Molly.
Yeah. Okay. The National Health Institute did a study
Yes, that's
on
good for them.
squirting, but that
NIH,
one,
National Institute of Health.
right? That's
Okay.
the government right there. So, and maybe it's not their job; they don't have to go out of their way to tell us anything. But like, it's just everyone knows how to get a man off. Not everyone knows or even cares about how to get a woman off.
But again, why would I turn to the government? I can't please my wife. Government, please show me.
Maybe they have studies. Maybe they have studies. You don't know. They got all kinds of studies.
There are a lot of studies that take place
My goodness.
outside of governmental organizations.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
okay, fine. I'm just naming some
I'm thinking
entities.
the scientific community, I think, has failed us when it comes to women's bodies in general. I would agree with that, but not when it comes to like, you know, government. And
Listen.
Okay, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
In the end, you know,
it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. Number one, you learn a new trick. Congratulations, you're like a superhero now, with like new ability, like a video game, like you leveled up.
That you didn't discover. I'm more than surprised. How could you not discover your own clitoris until you were 29?
Because I was like,
have you never taken a shower and like
looked in the mirror?
Yeah, or looked in a mirror.
I did look in the mirror.
I
did.
I
I don't know.
You know what though?
I think I did it.
Don't know. I'm confused.
We're neglecting that. Is there a bush down there? We don't know. Maybe there's a lot of searching you have to go through.
Matter.
The jungle.
There's very distinctly. This is unbushed.
Yeah. Either way, congratulations.
Mine is very bushy.
No, I mean not around your clitoris. There's a point where it stops and it becomes your vulva, which has no hair on it, unless you have a very specific condition.
Wait, there's hair inside my vulva, not like inside the vulva, but like on the inside of the outside.
Yeah, I know.
All right, that's
the
okay.
labia majora. It fades.
That's right, the labia majora. That's right.
Pink. And
yes. All right, well, good job, everyone. Everybody.
All right,
wait, hold on.
We're done talking about this. Maybe
that's great. Okay. I mean, yeah. So don't worry about that.
I was going to tell you how I didn't discover it, but that's fine. It's not that interesting.
How you didn't? You put a blindfold on and you ran around the house.
I guess I I do remember putting the shower head down there, but I guess I wasn't doing it right. So I didn't feel it. So I was like, this isn't doing anything. And then I just abandoned it forever.
Quitter. Damn quitter. All right. Well, that's our show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking.
Thanks, Lafayette.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for.